that we're going to hear right now. So you guys are going to help demonstrate what would happen during his speeches because people would interrupt him and argue with him back and forth. So when I say something during his speech, you're going to echo what I say one time right after I say it. So for example, if I say, "What?" you guys say, "What?" "No." "No." "Yes." "Yes." And at the end, we're all going to stand up and we're going to give Patrick Henry a huge standing ovation, okay? So I need some passion, Spencer. Let's give him a big round of applause. Here we go.
I am a patriot who says if you wish to be free, we must fight.
What?
What? I repeat, sir, we must fight. An appeal to arms and to the God of hosts is all that is left to us.
That's treason.
That's treason. If this be treason, make the most of it. Shall we resort to entreaty and humble supplication?
No.
No. Is life so dear or peace so sweet as to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery?
No.
No. Forbid it, Almighty God. I know not what course others may take, but as for me, give me liberty or give me death.
Oh.
Action!
Even though there have been some Americans killed at the Boston Massacre, 5 years earlier, the Battle of Lexington and Concord were the first battles of the American Revolution. And the battle happened on April 19, 1775. The British were planning on arresting Samuel Adams and John Hancock in Lexington. But Paul Revere rode on his horse to warn the town that the regular British army was marching into the area.
The regulars are out! The regulars are out! The regulars are out! The regulars are out!
The Americans stood in a flat field to defend themselves.
Who's got the line?
Don't fire unless fired upon.
No one knows who fired the first shot.
Liberty!
Wait. 8 Americans were killed and 10 others were wounded. The British continued to march on to conquer to destroy weapons and ammunition they believed were stored in the area. The British came up against the Americans at Concord. Another battle happened. And they fired.
Bam!
The Americans were defeating the British regulars. The British had to retreat about 16 miles back to Charlestown. By the time they reached Charlestown, 73 British soldiers had died, 107 wounded, and 26 others were missing. The Battle of Concord later became known as the shot heard around the world.
Nice job. Big round of applause for them, please. Bringing cats and dogs out though, but it was so hot because these guys were inside with the door shut, the windows closed. There was no ventilation going in or out. They were wearing their powdered wigs and heavy jackets because it was considered improper for a proper gentleman not to wear his jacket. And there are 13 desks set up for the representatives of the colonies. And what's happening inside is top secret because if the British find out about it, these men are guilty of treason. Here we go.
Gentlemen, as President of the Second Continental Congress, I say we need to let King George III of England know how we feel. We have discussed many of the things that the King has done to upset us, such as the Quartering Act, the Proclamation of 1763, and taxation without representation. I have asked Thomas Jefferson to head a committee to write a document explaining that we want to be a free and independent country.
Yeah! We want order. No.
Here's how I started the new document. When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with one another and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, impel them to separation.
It continues with the declaration of our rights as free men. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by the Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
That's
Order. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that when any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute new government.
We have included examples of the evil things that King George has done to us. He has sent armies over to America even though there is peace. Order. He has taken our laws away from us and our rights to live the way we want. He has refused to let other people from other lands come to America and has sent his new officials to watch over us. He has told the Indians to riot, attack, and kill Americans. He even protects his soldiers when they are guilty of crimes such as murder.
After listing our complaints, we have given our statement of independence. We, the representatives of the United States of America, in General Congress assembled, appealing to the Supreme Judge of the world for the rectitude of our intention, do, in the name and by the authority of the good people of these colonies, solemnly publish and declare that these united colonies are, and of right ought to be, free and independent states.